Hi, good evening. 11 weeks in, and what a final Friday night to the regular season in high school football. Playoff spots up for grabs, seeding up for grabs, and so much of it centers around the two Central Texas 6A districts. In 26 6A, we know the four playoff teams going in. Lake Travis, the top seed in D1, Bowie, the 2 seed. In D2, Westlake and Drip are going, but how would that sort out? Westlake playing Dripping Springs tonight at Chaparral Stadium, and this one was wild. Westlake takes a 21-14 lead. Reese Wise to Lawson Grimes. Chaparrals have the lead, but then here comes the crazy action. 28 all, Wise up top. Start of the fourth quarter, and this thing was unbelievable. Grimes again with the touchdown. Westlake up 35-28. Dripping Springs coming back, though. Tigers with Chase Ames, and Ames. Blitz coming in his face, hangs it up, and Merrick Bloomgren somehow gets free and runs under it for the touchdown, and we're tied up at 35. And then it is Ames again. Jump ball, touchdown Cooper Reed, 42-35. Hutto has the lead. And then how about this? Hutto up by 7, and they want to kick a 44-yard field goal or give it back to Westlake with field position. And Ian French, you talk about nails. He nailed it, and that ices it. First time ever, Dripping Springs beats Westlake. So Dripping Springs going to the playoffs off one of the biggest wins in that school's history. All right, so how would that match up with 25 6A? Well, Vandergrift and Round Rock in the conversation. This district comes down to 5 teams for 4 spots, including these 2 teams. Now, Vandergrift's in. Round Rock, well, they needed to either win or get some help. Early on, Dragons, Brady Cochran right here with the handoff, and he does some tough running, but it would not result in points. This was a low-scoring ball game on a night with a lot of high-scoring action. Round Rock can't punch it in, but then Vandergrift comes back, and Justin Moore makes a move right there, and he finds the end zone for the Vipers. They're trying to at least share a district championship, and it would be the Vandergrift defense leading the way. Dove Strickler going up top, and that one picked off by Tobias Gray. Vandergrift gets the win, so they are at least co-champs in 25 6A. The other side of the equation, McNeil. McNeil and Hutto. McNeil trying to win and get in. Hutto trying to at least share a district title, and this one was a wild one. Maverick, Zylan Hall, handoff, touchdown. Mavs and Hutto going back and forth as, again, 5 teams for 4 spots makes for an interesting Friday night of high school football. But then here comes Hutto. Dylan Owens out of the Wildcat, fakes the handoff. He's in the end zone, and Hutto takes the lead, but this one would go back and forth up at Hutto Memorial Stadium. Quite a battle going on in this one. This one would put Hutto up by 10. Again, it is Owens, so it's a 10-point ball game late in the fourth quarter. McNeil, though, furiously driving, and the Mavericks would get a touchdown. Jaden Soltz to Brian Perkins. Spectacular catch and hold. So now it's a 3-point game. You got to have the onside kick. And here we go, an onside kick to give McNeil a chance at either kicking a game-tying field goal or driving for a game-winning touchdown. And this was a mad scramble. Pretty good kick, but in the end, Hutto would somehow end up on that football through the mad pile. And there it is. Hippos celebrate as they get a share of the championship, 52-49. All right, so here's the 6A playoff picture. Lake Travis will take on Round Rock. Remember, Lake Travis doesn't have a home field, so they'll be at Kelly Reeves Friday, but they'll be the home team. Hutto will host Bowie. Westlake has to play at Vandergrift. Think about that. That's Westlake, the Division I runner-up last year in 6A against the Division II state champ last year in a bi-district game, and Vista Ridge gets in on that 3-way tie, also thanks to the comeback over Westwood 38-34. So they will play at Dripping Springs. McNeil, the odd team out in 25 6A, and their season comes to an end. We got a big one up in Georgetown and Cedar Park. And this one in 8-5A, Georgetown trying to win it outright in district play. Cedar Park trying to claim a share of it. Jet Walker, the short touchdown run. Georgetown with the 2-point conversion. They take an 8-0 lead. Cedar Park, though, comes back. David Cooper with the answer. And they answer the 2-point conversion. So this one's tied up at 8. And then here comes Georgetown. It's Walker again. 14 yards, 15-8, the touchdown. Cedar Park would answer. This time, Cooper with the catch, or the throw rather, to Bennett Patton for the touchdown. And from here, it gets crazy. And look at this final score. Cedar Park, well, that's got to be considered a surprise as they win it 60-52 despite that Jet Walker touchdown. So Cedar Park not only earns a share of the district title, but they will be the top seed out of that district. That means a home game for the Timberwolves. For all the high school action tonight and over the weekend, go to KXAN.com and we'll sort it out. And then we got playoff action beginning next week.